This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
As I'm editing this video, I've realised that I'm boring, so sorry for that, but this is my entire guitar collection. Here's an introduction with some playing. If you like the tones, it's all Helix native, you can jump into the Gumroad folder and grab Eric Lee 2023 and your guitars will sound like this, roughly.
Okay, as someone who has, lots of gear pass through my hands for the sake of the YouTube, but even before I was doing these videos, I bought and sold a lot of guitars over the years. I wanted to kind of show where I'm at in terms of electric guitars. I think I'm in a stage of transition, paring things back a bit, and maybe looking for more of a quality over a quantity thing. So that's what I think the goal is, but I think I've got about 15 electric guitars here. Let's start with the Strats first. Of course, number one is the K Line Ice Blue Springfield. This was the first one I got, £850 off of the Fretboard forum, and don't really need to talk about that one too much more because you know that one pretty well if you watch the channel at all. You've seen it a lot. It's actually wearing quite nicely now. It's starting to get like a little bit where a thumb might be. Anyway, I love this guitar, and it's a great one. I've not seen this one for a little bit because I've just put it away to play some other things, but this is my sort of second K Line Springfield that I also got from the Fretboard forum. This is, I think, possibly an even slightly earlier K Line than the blue one. I had Monty's pickups put in it. Before that it had Klein pickups, but I'd say this is kind of like my number two Strat. We start at this point to get into areas of redundancy. This is my third K Line Springfield, which is the gold one. It has a roasted maple neck, which is slightly different to the others, a bit more relict, and I think a set of 60, maybe the 50s pickups. But yeah, this one doesn't get played as much either. Beautiful looking guitar, but I guess you think of this more as like a spare than as something I'm regularly playing. Talk about redundancy. Here's a Partscaster that I built. It says on the back of the headstock 2016. So this is probably the guitar that I've had the second longest out of all of my guitars. If you've ever built a Partscaster, you probably realise that they're maybe not so easy to get back what you put into them, if that makes sense in terms of finance as well as time. This was made from a Warmoth boat neck with stainless steel frets but vintage spec, and then a swamp ash body, and it's got Fender Abbey 69s in it, I think, something like that. It's fine. It's not my most inspiring guitar, but I think I've got it strung up with a set of 8. As I say, redundant in some ways, and not something I play a lot, but I kind of finished it with nitro, and then this part here is just a Danish oil sort of, very simple, not really much finish on it, and very, very raw. And he is kind of my main backup for gigging, which is the other side of the Partscaster thing, which is sometimes you might end up with a guitar that you really, really dig. This has a Mighty Mite neck, and just a body that I got off eBay, again Swamp Ash, K Line pickups in this one, and yeah, simple. Ivan and nut on both of my Partscasters. This was built in 2015, and I really, really, really like this one. Yeah, I think I did an okay job with this one. I really like the way it looks, really like the way it plays. It's got a fairly skinny neck, but even that I don't mind. Yeah, it works really well for me as a telly. Controversial guitar of the bunch, my PRS Silver Sky. I got this one used because of this big crack along here. It was about 1,150, quite cheap. I really love the neck on this for a, you know, a mass-produced Strat. I think it's got quite a lot of vibe to play, I mean, not necessarily to look at, but it's just one of those guitars that I picked up that was a bargain, and I really am inspired by it each time I pick it up. So it's the Silver Sky. Getting into some of the more exotic stuff that you don't really see me play as much because it kind of lives in the cupboard. This is a K Line San Bernadino in ice blue, one of Chris's other sort of body styles, obviously an offset. At the time I really liked the Squire J Baccus, and I kind of sent him an email like, could we build one of these? So yeah, this is that. I don't play it that much. I have gigged it on jazz gigs before. A Firebird pickup in the neck, a mini humbucker in the bridge, I think. should play this one more. I've got it on the stand at the moment. Now, in terms of other weird guitars, Chris's most interesting looking design, I think, the Del Mar. Not necessarily, yeah, it's got a different, distinct look to it. This is charcoal frost, but the necks on all of my K Lines except for the gold one are the same, and that's one of the things that I really like. These like a really comfortable 10-inch radius. These are K Line signatures, which are like Lola Dirty Blondes. Basically a Strat in a different shape, but this could be an ideal gigging guitar for me. Yeah, does the job really nicely and nice and lightweight. Here we have a Seth Baccus Baritone Shoreline. Now this is a very strange beast, and Monty's pickups in this as well, but yeah, the Seth Baccus Shoreline T Baritone, wonderful roasted flame neck, sort of sonic blue body. Just something when you want to grab something totally different. A baritone guitar is a great tool for that. This little guy lives mainly in its case, but it's a Tokai K90 model that Rose Morris kindly let me have for doing a bunch of videos for them. This was early on. I've still done lots more, but kind of a no-nonsense P90 style guitar. Yeah, just if I wanted something Les Paul shaped with P90s in it, then I've got this over there. It doesn't get played a lot, honestly, this one, obviously, because you don't see it much. Last of all, we've got a K Line KL59, which is his take on a Les Paul. Has a chunky neck. I was really blown away that Chris decided to send this one over, which is, you know, wild. Just, it's a great guitar. I think it looks really incredible. I love the headstock, and that's the Les Paul that I've got in the house. So this is one of my few humbucker guitars. I've got the ES165. I guess that's a semi-acoustic as well. Maybe I should have counted that. Anyway, so that's all of my electric guitars, except for like a PRS C24, which I'll probably move on at some point. And then there's a Yamaha Pacifica in that cupboard as well. Which is your favourite of that lot? As I say, I'm in this process of sort of paring stuff down again. I think my goal really is to get under 10 guitars, hopefully. 10 electric guitars. I think that's a reasonable aim, maybe. What's the sweet spot for you? What number of guitars would you be happy with? I know there's people out there with like crazy collections, like 50 guitars plus. I'm not someone who has the space for that, but I thought, you know, this could be a fun video. Less strats than in the last time I did this.